Hello diecast fans, and welcome to another edition of Rarer Hot Wheels. Now, it's getting on for Christmas, which is literally only 3 days away, and some changes are going to be taking place here at Rarer Hot Wheels Towers. Firstly, the kids are moving out. Yay! And I get a bigger man cave, something about twice the size as this, so twice as much space to clutter up with rubbish. But seriously, that means I can set up my amateur radio gear and get everything laid out and sort out the Hot Wheels and all the different diecast cars that I've got finally. And other than that, also in January my engine will be arriving from America, so we'll be starting work on that one as well. So you may find that the Rarer Hot Wheels videos thin out a little bit as the year goes on, because I need to concentrate on getting that V8 in my Audi 80. Anyway, on with today's show, and if you watched the last one, you'll notice there was a few black walls in the loose castings that came in the Melkall. So what I'm going to do this time is put them all on the turntable, spin them around and tell you a little about them. And if there's anything you want to see from the previous edition with all the loose cars in there, the matchbox and whatnot, let me know and I'll put them into the next video. So let's get on and have a look at some rarer black walls. Hot Wheels haulers were a range of vehicles produced between 1997 and 2002 and represented some slightly larger scale trucks. This Hot Wheels Team Racing hauler hails from 1997, the inaugural year, and appears to be a colour variation, as most of them from this year were blue, not red. And now for a people hauler with this Greyhound MC8 bus. With quite a short production run spanning 1980 to 1983, this is one heavy casting. It must weigh probably getting on for £1/4 pound. This bus was designed by Larry Wood and was made in 3 different countries. In 1980 it was made in Hong Kong and Malaysia, and in 1983 it was made in Mexico. This is a 1980 example, as it says Hong Kong on the bottom. And now for a different kind of bus, and probably a very recognisable bus even if you've not been to the United States with these old school buses, although they were used by the prison service and the armed forces too. This Larry Wood design bus was introduced back in 1989, so with that this brings its 30th anniversary this year, and it's still being made. This particular one hails from either 1990 or 1991, as this Tampo set was used in both years. Now here we have the fine example of the pony car everybody loves, the 65 Mustang convertible, running on white wall black walls. The ragtop pony car was introduced in 1984 and was designed yet again by Larry Wood. This particular one appears to be one of the 1991 variations, which apparently came in red, orangish red and dark red. I'm not entirely sure which this one is, although to my eyes it looks a bit orangey red. Although the orangey red one should have a cream interior, whereas this one has a tan interior. So where it actually sits, it comes from 1991, but it is actually unknown. No matter from where in the world you hail, the word Thunderbird is synonymous with an old muscle car and a TV show. And the 55 to 57 Thunderbird was the prettiest of them all. The Hot Wheels 57 T-Bird was designed by Bob Rosas and Larry Wood as a collaboration and introduced in 1978, although there was an earlier version designed by Ira Guilford. There were 2 variations of this model, one with a porthole in the side of the roof and one without, and as you can see this one doesn't have it. It seems that the Hong Kong made models had the porthole and the Malaysian made models didn't. Sadly, I can't put a correct date against this car, has the colour and tampo scheme I cannot find listed anywhere. That doesn't mean it's rare, but it just means that the source that I use may not have it in its library. So if anybody can give me any pointers with this car, please let me know in a message or at the end. You want something classier than the early T-Bird? Well, you've got it here. Auburn 852 boat-tailed speedster. This 1934 Auburn was introduced in 1979 and ran through till 2003. And it was designed by, yes, you've guessed it, Larry Wood. This is another one that's quite difficult to date. The red body with black fenders came out several times in its production run, and I reckon this one is from around 1993. And we finish off this show with this 59 Caddy in rather a nice pearlescent white with a red interior. I don't know who designed this Caddy, but they did a strange job of it, and I say strange because this is one of those cars. It looks like a Caddy from the side in the length, but you look at it at the front and it looks only half as wide as it should be. Why did they do this? I have no idea, but it still looks cool. The 59 Caddy was introduced in 1991 as a mainline and also as a California Customs in red, and it ran through till 2008. Well, that's all for now, folks. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to tune in soon to have a look at this. Yes, let's have a look at what's inside this Melco that arrived last week. So take care, have a Merry Christmas, and I'll see you soon.